Hello everyone. Today's date is 1st June 2022, and today we are going to discuss about the difference between list, set, and map. So this a list is basically a class in collection framework. A set is an interface in the collection framework, and map is also an interface which is not theoretically a part of a collection. So let's see what are the basic differences between this. First, we'll see a list. List is a class. It is an interface. It's not a class. It's an interface which has some classes like array list, linked list, and vector. And list basically implements the collection. So let's see. List basically used to store the objects in the form of objects which are stored in the memory, and it is stored the objects in the sequential manner. It means you get the address of object in the sequential manner. Starting from the first object, that object has the address of the next object, and the second object has the address of the third object, and this is how sequentially you got the objects. So basically, insertion of an object in the list is very easy, and also deletion is easy. Whenever we talk about the internal classes, where array list, linked list, and vectors, array list basically uses arrays inside which to store the objects. So array, we know that array has some drawbacks or some cons, which that once it declares the size, we cannot increase the size of that array. So internally, array list uses the dynamical array, means the array once the array is full, new array with increased capacity will be created inside it, and thereby array list will we see that array list is growable in runtime. So linked list is some bit different. It do not use arrays. It uses the objects, or it uses the what we say a node class, which includes some data and objects or references to the another objects. Let's say a set is, what is set? Set is an interface, and it has the classes like hash set, linked hash set, and tree set. So these classes also have their own functionalities, where and hash set is used to store the objects in the form of various types, and it has its own logic behind the sorting object or storing of the objects. It basically implement the map interfaces, means all the in which process map stores the objects, same will use for the set. So set do not have its own implementation. It uses the maps implementation. So let's see linked hash set. Linked hash set basically stores the object in the insertion order. It means it maintains the insertion order, and whenever you require to get your data or your objects in the ascending order, you require to use a tree set there. So let's see what are the maps. Maps are also interfaces. It also has classes like tree map, and then hash map and linked hash map. So they also store the objects in the form of key and value. So every value is associated with a particular key. Also, we get tree map in the output of tree map as a sorted manner. The output of linked hash map in the insertion order, and a linked hash map will give the output on its own logic, which it actually stores the objects on its hash code basis. So let's check what are the basic differences between these two. A list is an interface, okay, and we do not get the searching of data as fast as map do or a set do. Whereas when we talk about set only, set we store the objects of in the set in the form of only values. So internally keys are any default, not default. Internally the keys are associated with the value. by the map implementations. And map has we need to give both the keys and values to store the mappings of a particular objects. So this is how we will difference between these three things. So thank you so much.